am TammyRenee, and uh-oh. And we're going to talk about the 3 growth mindset shifts. And I work with introverts, so you're going to see a lot of introverts, but this is not only for introverts, okay? Anyone can benefit from this information, but because I work with introverts, you're going to see a lot of introverts in there for a thriving business and a life. That growth mindset is so important. But today I'm going to show you how to rewire your mindset for success so that you can confidently create your freedom-filled life. I'll be sharing from my personal experiences and my lessons of running an international business in Costa Rica. So, did you know? Did you know that the only thing standing in your way for success and that dream life that you want is the way that you think? Drop your favorite emoji in the comments if you know that. The biggest thing holding you back is not your money or your skills, it's your mindset. So drop a wave if any of these sound familiar to you. You feel overwhelmed by the unknown. You question yourself. What if it doesn't work? And then you freeze and you don't move forward. You feel stuck. You're paralyzed by the thought of everything being perfect. You don't want to move forward to everything is perfect. Or you see others living their lives and wonder, why can't that be me? In a study of entrepreneurs, those who have that growth mindset are 40% more likely to be successful in pivoting their business after initial failure. We all know when we building our businesses, we're not going to be successful on the first try through. Typically, some of us will build different businesses before we get that one business that just hits us just right. So make sure that you're staying in line and you're moving forward and you're not stopping. You keeping that growth mindset to keep you moving forward. And they also believe that success is not based on your innate talent. And we'll go into some more of that too. By the end of this training, you'll know the 3 growth mindsets shifts that separate those who succeed and those who get stuck. How to rewire your brain for success, backed by science and real life experiences. 4 myths that keep you stuck, and the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. So, why should you trust me? I've had a business, I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years. I've lived in Costa Rica for 3 years where I had my business there. I visit 25 countries. I've done training with coaches and I've worked my way up the ladder that way and through my experiences. And let me go to the next one. So let's get on the same page of what is the difference before we move into this of what a growth mindset is and what a fixed mindset. So the core beliefs of someone with a growth mindset believes that intelligence, abilities, and talents can be developed over time. Whereas if you have a fixed mindset, you tend to believe that your intelligence and your abilities, you were born with those, or they were determined at an early age in life. So I don't know, maybe if you're like 2 and you got this talent, they believe that's how they get their talent, not through training. They also respond. So pay attention to these and see how you respond because they also respond differently. So if you have a growth mindset, you approach challenges with a curiosity. You want to know why it happened, what can you do differently about it, or how can you strategize differently. You improve with feedback, you reflect on your setbacks, and you revamp your strategies. And you stay motivated in the face of adversity. Now, if you have a fixed mindset, you often avoid challenges, and I'll move my head a little bit here. You often avoid challenges to protect your image. And you don't do well with feedback, or you'll feel defeated. If you feel like you fail, you feel bad about it instead of picking yourself up and moving on to the next one, right? You avoid risk to prevent exposing that you don't have the abilities that you say you have. And you can come overly focused on proving who you are instead of improving who you are. So, why did I choose growth mindset? And the reason why I chose growth mindset is because of my experience of living in Costa Rica in 2014. When I moved to Costa Rica, I went with the same mindset that I had before I went, and it really blocked some of my things that I could have accomplished being there, right? So, I had the mindset, if you build it, what? They will come, right? They didn't come. So I just kept building something else, and I'll build something else. So I kept myself in this cycle. And because I am an introvert, I did not seek out community for to kind of help guide me in this new location that I was in. Now, I'm going to give myself some grace. There's me getting my keys. That's the retreat that I had. So I had a wellness retreat in Costa Rica. I used to be a massage therapist. And so I really love the animals and the nature. And I kind of took to that more so than trying to run a business, even though I wanted to run a business. But this was sprung on me in 30 days. This was not in the books, and I had 30 days to move from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, to Costa Rica and set this business up. So I already was not in the right mindset because I never even planned for this. And when they say you fail to plan, what happens? Put it in the chat. If you fail to plan, you what? You fail to succeed, or you set yourself up for failure. Yes, you fail to plan. What is it? You plan to fail. Yes, those are the exact words that I'm looking for. So I wanted to share some of this with you through what I learned. I want to share what I learned and some of the mistakes that I had, but I want to also share with you four myth busters that I realized during my time in Costa Rica that will actually keep you stuck. And myth number one, you need to be an introvert to be successful. So, you need to be an extrovert to be successful. I'm sorry. So, as an introvert, that kind of paralyzed me because I felt the pressure of, oh my God, I got to go meet people. I got to be in everybody's face. I got to be loud. They got to know me. And so, because I put that pressure on myself, thinking I had to do something that I was not, I that backfired on me and kept me more in the house, keeping me more in this cycle of rebuilding something, redoing something, creating the next big thing, and instead just keeping myself busy. And instead of becoming I became the person known because I was the best kept secret, right? I became the person known as the lady who brought Spa Uno instead of Tammy, who owns New Real You. My business was called New Real You, and I brought an old spa. So, because people didn't really get to know me that much because I wasn't showing up, this was me out by myself. They just knew me as the lady who brought. So we don't want to be the best kept secret. So making yourself known, but you don't have to be something that you are not. All right. I'm showing up here today. I'm a introvert. So I'm showing up. You can show up too. Myth number two, you need to have everything figured out before you can take action. The only thing you need is a goal and a strategy to get started. You don't have to know the end plan. Yes, you can have the big dream, the big goal that you're working towards, but 9 times out of 10, that dream is going to be bigger than you ever thought it would be. That dream, that vision that you have is going to be something you never imagined having. So if you just get started, taking those small steps, everything will start falling in place. Our goals, our visions, our dreams, they change as we continue to grow. So you have to show up for the first thing. So you just need a goal and an action steps to get started. The next myth is, oh my God, how many of y'all think if y'all move abroad, you're going to automatically be happy? You're going to be so happy because you just did it. Drop me a one in the chats if you think so, or drop me a two in the chats if you think not, because it does not happen that way. Yes, all the twos, you're right. You're not going to be happy if you are not aligned with the goals. If you don't know your what, your why, your how, and your actions are not aligning with your core values, you are not going to be happy, and you will eventually build up some resentment because you haven't taken the time to strategize your plan or even make sense with your plan. I did not have a plan. Again, I had 1 month. I didn't even know I was going to be moving. It was 1 month. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a strategy. I just had a fantasy. Okay. And I was like, if I build it, because this was the time when retreats were really hot, and so I just thought, oh my God, everybody's going to want this. If I build it, they will show up. But they didn't show up, needless to say. Okay. They didn't show up. And now I'm back in Atlanta, but that's not going to stop me from going again. Myth number four, you have to hustle 24/7. This is the biggest lie that for everyone. That is the same thing as saying, oh, I want to get married, have 2.5 kids, and live the American dream. That's not how it works. Okay. That is not how it works. Hustling, I know the hustle life. I've lived the hustle life. But when you ain't young anymore, burnout happens a lot faster. Okay. We're not trying to get burnout, because when you are in burnout, your work isn't as clear, your mind isn't as focused or sharp, and you tend to do a little bit more sloppy work and then putting things off because you're gonna crash. So making sure that you keep that balance of work and play, so that you're not hustling 24/7. And this picture here of me working on this table, this was me finding something to do because I just needed something to do. So I made furniture while I lived in Costa Rica instead of hanging out at the beach. So I was in that hustler mind frame still when I went to Costa Rica. Instead of enjoying the country, I was working because I needed to make this business work. I was more focused on making the business work instead of focusing on the things that will help me grow the business. You see the difference with that? And if if you're doing this, you will get into overwhelm and burnout state. So, success is 80% mindset and 20% strategy. 80% mindset. If you believe in manifestation, if you believe in the power of attraction, if you believe in affirmations, if you believe in all of that, that's your mindset. 80% is success, 20% is strategy. You don't need to continue to repeat things when, if your mindset is right, you don't need to be an extrovert. You don't need to hustle 24/7. And you what you need is just that growth mindset and a step-by-step action plan. Everybody's with me on that? The language barrier is very overwhelming. And that's why I do the teaching for international, because I make sure when you make a move like that, you have to make sure your mindset is right, because you will hit a lot of challenges that will knock you on your feet. So we're going to go into the 3 mindsets that we're going to cover today. And those 3 mindsets is adaptability, energy management. I probably surprised you with that one. I'm a big energy girl. And identity. So we're going to go through those 3 of growth mindset. The first one, adaptability. Adaptability is so important to overcoming challenges as they arise. Not overcoming and you sitting back and you thinking about a plan, but as soon as that challenge comes, you're able to pivot. You're able to make the right decisions that's not going to set you back or harm you. When you adapt to a growth mindset, you are able to navigate these challenges or the unknown while building your resilience. So I had another story that I was going to share with you on this part, but I'm actually going to share a story about this workshop. So I had that I was going to be speaking. Now I told you I only been here a month and a half. Now I had that they contacted me and I thought they said March. So I put this on my schedule for March. And I had a whole different topic because I thought I was speaking on St. Patrick's Day. So I was going to make a topic based around St. Patrick's Day. I found out I had to do this class 2 days ago. I had to put this whole thing together to make sure that I showed up. Do you know how easy it would have been for people to be like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it. I ain't got nothing. I'm going to play sick. I got an emergency in the family. But because I have that growth mindset and I'm able to adapt to the situation, and I did that 4-hour training yesterday. So not only did I only have 2 days, one of them days was half gone because I was in the mastermind strategy call. But I was focused. I knew what I had to do. I knew I wanted to show up. I didn't want to fail myself. And, how many more opportunities would I have to do this? And how would that look on me if I didn't? Now I'm going to be feeling bad for myself. Now we start putting the blame back on ourselves if we don't do what we're called to do. So I just wanted to share that to show you how adaptability, and I literally just made this. So give me some grace if I'm messing up a little bit here. But most people, most people don't want to make that effort, make that extra effort. But when you use that, for most people, they'll wait for the perfect time, right? You wait for the perfect time and you're going to miss your opportunities because of fear. We don't want to let fear take over us because fear is your opening to the next level. That's what I believe. Okay. So most people they wait for they wait for the perfect time or the perfect moment to do this. Those are the people who are not successful. But successful people take action even when they do not know the answers. So, for adaptability, a growth mindset that you can adapt is I may not know everything, but I can figure it out. If you say that to yourself, write it down, keep repeating that, the challenges will not seem so intimidating. You'll be able to move past those with resilience. Most successful entrepreneurs are the ones who see challenges as problems to solve, not roadblocks to stop them. I love a good challenge. I love the challenge because I do see it that way. This is another growth moment for me. This is another thing that's going to get me closer to my goals or my desires. I'm sorry, I'm not reading the comments, but I'm going to go back and read some of these comments because they look interesting. So, some daily activities that you can do for the growth mindset of adaptability is start rewiring your brain by replacing self doubt with problem solving thoughts. Okay. You don't want to say, I don't know how to do this. Instead, say, I can figure this out. Just like with this workshop, I can figure this out. You don't want to say, what if I fail? Because that's going to stop us in our tracks and keep us stuck. What you want to say is, what can I learn from this experience? And then you're going to go into the experience looking for those learning lessons so you don't have to repeat it and you can keep moving forward. So for the next 7 days, whenever you are feeling stuck, ask yourself, what are some small steps that you can take to move forward? Shift number 2. Who is surprised by the energy management one on here? Shift number 2. I am a Reiki master. Since 2009, I am really big into energy healing, energy medicine, energy everything. Okay. Energy everything. I'm sensitive to energy. I love energy. But with our energy, if you think about it, when you move to another country and you're so enamored by it, and you're like, oh my God, you can lose so much time because you might be exploring the island or the land instead of working on your business. You have to make sure that you are managing your energy and you are conscious about your energy, because it is easy to lose track and get overwhelmed trying to create a work life balance. You can simply create that work life balance through managing your energy. And so I would like for you to consider energy management over time management. What is that, you ask? Anybody know? Have ever heard of, drop me a 1 if you have, or drop me a 2 if you haven't, heard of managing your energy over managing time? So we're going to talk about managing your energy. So when it comes to business, I look at energy in 3 types of ways. You got your creative energy, your focus energy, and your rejuvenating energy. When you are creative, my best advice is to do creative things. When you are focused, my best advice is to do focused things like the research, like the emails, like all the things that make you focus. Some people might feel focused doing different things, but when you're creative, and you're trying to do something focused, you're going to get lost. Or if you're focused and you're trying to do something creative, you're going to go in the circles. You're going to start analyzing everything that you're doing. And you're wasting a lot of time. And so the magic of this is time is fixed, right? Everybody agrees time is fixed. And our energy fluctuate. So the magic is if you manage your energy versus your time management, you're going to create more time. Did y'all catch that? You can create more time in your life to enjoy life by working with your energy. Entrepreneurs who manage their energy, not just their time, are 3 times more likely to sustain long term success. And that was a study done. So you want to introverts seem to thrive more when they manage their energy. So you want to work in alignment with it and not against it. If you feel kind of exhausted all the time, you're probably working against your energy and you need to do a little readjusting. And I got something for you. So with a growth mindset, this where that whole 24 hours hustling thing come in, because I'm just keep going and going. But if you want to switch to a growth mindset for your energy management, you can write this down, say these things to yourself, or you can come up with your own something very close that relates with you. But I don't have to hustle 24/7. I just need to work in alignment with my energy. That takes the pressure off right away. It takes the pressure off. See, traditional advice for business for introverts, it doesn't really work for us. But we do well with structure and some intention. All right. Uh-oh. I hope y'all don't mind. We might go 5 minutes, but I might be done. So introverts thrive with structure, intentional work, and not that random busyness work. The mistake is trying to operate like an extrovert instead of playing to your strengths. Or you could say, if you're not an introvert, trying to operate like somebody else instead of playing to your strengths. If you see yourself, okay, so here's some daily actions, but if you see yourself struggling, you're going to struggle, right? But if you see yourself thriving, that creates action because now you're going to want to act on what you see. Whereas if you're struggling, you just going to want to sit back and let it just be because you're not happy about it. But if you think of yourself as thriving, that will create action for you. And that's the beauty of a growth mindset because the things that you do are being created by the way that you think. Okay, so some daily actions for your energy management to protect that is to set clear boundaries and around your work and social interactions. You want to work in high energies and avoid those long drawn out meetings or long drawn out activities because it drains you. And if you're an introvert, you can also, or anybody, do low marketing strategies. Now, I know we got some marketing people in here, but if you're not a marketing person, that will drain your energy trying to do that. So you want to adapt your business to do some low marketing strategies, right? And prioritize yourself some quiet time for some deep focus work. It is hard to do focus work if you have the phone ringing or someone's calling you or something like that. So you make sure that you close all doors, let everybody know, don't bother me for an hour or however long that it takes, because you know and you will adapt, because I want you to track your energy and your peaks for the next 3 days and adjust your work schedule around your energy. Adjust your work schedule on how you feel. I promise you, if it took you 5 hours to do something, and if you adjust your work around how you feel, it might take you 2 hours to do it, because you get into a flow. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next one, identity shift. So anybody who likes the challenge will successful increase. Oh, that's not it. So the identity shift is it dictates your behavior, right? So how you act or how you see yourself, you will begin to act that way. Now, some people may say, oh, you changing. Oh, you're not the same person. You code switching. Whatever they got to say, let them say it. Because guess what? With growth comes change. With growth comes change. Change happens not only inside of you, but it's also going to happen to the people around you. Some will grow with you and some will fall off. But that's just how it works. And that's something that I feel like we all are going to experience. So don't let that stop you when someone says, oh, why are you doing that? Oh, you're not who you used to be or something. Don't let that stop you, because you need to step into, if no other time but now, you need to step into who you are authentically, not being someone else, not dumbing down yourself, not hiding from yourself. Step into who you are. Act like the person that you know you are. So a growth mindset, these people, what I said, oh, this is the growth mindset for identity. The person, whoever likes challenges, this is the one I was going to say, they're really going to enjoy this. The person who succeeds at this isn't someone else, it's me. Say that to yourself every day, and you'll be the person every day succeeding at what you're trying to see. The key of seeing yourself be the person is it before you even get there. Do visualization is great for this part. Visualize, use your affirmations, reprogram your brain through visualization. Every morning, you can write things down like, I am successful, confident entrepreneur, living and thriving abroad. So you can come up with your two or three, one in the morning. I do a morning, afternoon, and an evening. So my phone, my alarm goes off, and I'm like, oh, time to stop. It only takes 2 seconds. So I set an alarm, if that helps anyone, especially at the noon one, because it's in the middle of the day, to go off as my reminder. People who visualize success are more likely 1.5 to achieve their goals. We are almost done. I made it. So the three mindsets that we went over today is adaptability, energy management, and identity. Overcoming resilience, avoiding burnout, and I made a mistake over there. Avoiding burnout and overwhelm, and staying confident and aligning with your business. So now what? They say 92% of people fail to achieve their goals without accountability. So I don't normally offer one on one to the public, but I want to offer one on one to BPC members, and this will be going through the BPC affiliate. So right now, I just have the form for you to fill out, because this is use your way. This is a 2-hour session to use your way. Now, I know everybody is not trying to move abroad, but if you are, come pick my brain. Let's strategize together. You get a one on one 2 hour appointment. But if you're more into the self development, your lifestyle, your business, and you're looking for alignment, we can talk about that. You need to strategize a challenge or a goal, we can talk about that. Brainstorming. I am a creative. I love to be creative. And I will also allow you guys to use that 2 hours if you need training on tools like CapCut, any kind of creative person's tools. If a creative uses it, I more than likely can change it, help you with that. But on the form, it asks if that's what you want, what's the software that you use to make sure that I know the software. Okay, so these calls are all customized. We may just talk or we may get on a computer. If we get on a computer, we're going to work through a program so that I can show you step by step how to edit your videos. I do all that stuff, but I don't offer that as my business, only here. Okay, so that's not something I offer to the public. I have maybe 2 people I do it for, friends, but I love that kind of work. But that's not what God called me to do. So I just do it for fun. Okay. So I will do that for this class. So if you are interested, I'm going to offer this 2 hours for only $250. That's $125 an hour. This is not a public offer, so do not share with anyone. But if you are interested in booking that appointment, this will be an affiliate through the BPC group members only. You can go to TammyRenee.co, not com, okay? .co /BPC, use your way. That's TammyRenee.co /BPC, use your way. And in the form, you're not going to pay on the first one because I just want to get what type of appointment you're looking for first. And then we'll reach back out. And if I cannot help you, I will not help you. I will refer you because I'm only going to help you if I can help you. So if anyone has any questions at this point, and we made 2 minutes over. But if anyone has any questions, they want to share some feedback, anything, this is your time to unmute your mics and let's get with it.
Love your energy. Love your energy. You got to teach me that. Is that a course on that? The energy management course?
Yes, I can do an energy management course. I can do it. And I've done it before. I can do an energy management. I have a class, a master class that I taught, and it had energy management in it. Yeah, I just naturally like this though, but it took me forever to figure out how to teach it.
Oh my gosh, Tammy, I didn't know you were a massage therapist. How
Yes.
long were you an MT?
I'm sorry.
How long were you a massage therapist?
I became a massage therapist in 2009.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I had a brick and mortar massage business in Roswell, Georgia. And
Okay.
then that's when the opportunity was given to me. So I shut that down and I just went to Costa Rica. And I didn't do massage in Costa Rica. That's a whole long story. I can tell you about it later. But I am a Reiki master also.
Okay. Sounds good. And well, like you said, now you know I'm a massage practitioner. I've been doing it 6 years. I did my massage schooling in New York.
Okay. Yes, I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to take your shine when you was talking about it.
Good to know.
I'm not gonna say nothing right now. She'll find out. This was great. I want to thank everyone. Make sure you plug into the BPC. I have to give my props to BPC. I am so glad that I joined. I'm here with you. I'm excited about meeting everyone, sharing my energy with you since everybody seemed to like it, right? So I'm excited about sharing all that with you. I have to thank Tyree. Did I say that right? Taria. I have to thank Taria for allowing us to have this space for us to come together and help each other out with what we do. So I want to thank everyone. If no one else has any more questions, thank you. Thank you. Oh, let me download this before we get out of here because I ain't get to read them. Hold on a second. That's all we have. Make sure you plug into BPC. Go check out the speakers training. Get your training in, get your funnels built, get everything done. And whoever had that question on the form, I'm gonna drop my Facebook. Send me a message and we can get on a call. I don't mind doing a 10-minute call with you for that. Because it won't take more than 10 minutes. Now, if you want a lot of work done, we can set up your whole funnel, But oh my Lord, this was fun. I want to thank everyone for, not laughing at me. I literally had to put this together at the last minute. Facebook.
That's good to hear. That's absolutely good to hear. You know why? Because again, like she was saying, for me, just speaking, it makes a difference. But it's especially good for somebody new to know that they can put something together and they're in a safe community to be able to um, speak it and deliver it. And this is this a webinar or is this a workshop? It counts as both, right?
This is called a hosting. They told me to host for 20 minutes and do a training.
Okay,
That's all I
training.
know.
Okay, training. Yeah,
Mhm,
okay, works for
mhm.
me. I've been
Yeah, I don't
trained.
think this is part of the part where we do the classes. I
Right.
think that's something different.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, I appreciate you. Did good.
Thank you, thank you. All right, and I dropped my Facebook. If anybody, let me drop the website for so you can save it because you can use this anytime. I'm going to keep it up for you guys for the BPC right here. So if you don't need it now, you can save it. I'll drop that in the chat for you. And again, I have to hook it up to the affiliate right now. I'm just telling y'all. Don't tell everybody else because it's going to be hooked up before anybody else click it. But I had to hook it up to the affiliate part with BPC before we do the money part. I want to make sure she gets her fair share. Thank you. Thank you. And then I'll send you a second email if you sign up for this, getting a little bit more detail so that we can make the most out of that 2 hours together as possible. So you can get as much value in 2 hours. I'll gather as much information up front. So anyone else have any questions? If not, that concludes our class today. Again, I want to thank everybody. I can't wait to hear everybody else talk. And I'm going to be on camera for y'all. All right. Nobody wants to leave. Thank everybody. Bye.
Bye.